I got out of work a little bit early today. I decided to swing by the feed store and pick up a few things. This is the first sunny day we've had after several days of rain. One day of really hard rain. Not much planned for this afternoon. I'm going to replace the straw in the nest boxes, refill the feed buckets, and maybe tinker around with the automatic chicken coop door that's doesn't work quite right. Who knows what else we might get into. I kind of like to put some leg bands on the teenagers. The cost of straw was ridiculous. Almost $10 a bale today. Y'all get out of there. That's not for you to eat. Come on now. Get out of there. Crazy chickens. This is probably not the ideal time to clean the nest boxes out. Probably got hens sitting on some of them. And there's one gray hen in there. Should have brought the egg basket. Look at that. That crazy rooster done went and laid another egg. I ain't got enough hands for all this. Oh shit, she just bit me. Scared me to death. Hey, hey, hey. There's a jumbo egg in there. I done dropped that rooster egg. There's an egg on the ground over here. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's take a look at that rooster egg again. Compared to that jumbo egg. Don't get these very often. She must have been hanging on to that one for a while. Lubber to bite me again. Got a Moran egg. Well, getting a lot of broken eggs. Some of these boxes don't have much straw in them. And they tend to overcrowd some of the other ones because they're the favorite ones. A lot of those got some gunk, some manure stuck to the bottom. Grab me a scraper so I can't clean that up a little better. Give her a chance to do whatever she wants to do. Man. Don't remember if these lids pop off of there or not. All this is a cat litter container that actually cut the lid off at the hinge. Not too bad. Hey man, tried to get me again. That box there had a lot of broken eggs in it. I think it might be their favorite. It's farthest up in the corner and away from everything. I went and grabbed an egg basket. That's a couple of the teenagers that I'm hoping maybe I can get some bands on their legs today. I went and broke that egg, I guess. Let's go get some straw before those chickens tear it all up. Leave that right there. Yeah, there. I didn't bring any knives or anything to cut that twine with. I know something that'll work. Yeah, piece of this. You can find it. Let's just put it right here. Whoops. It'll work as long as that don't slide up and down. Oh, that's one. Chickens are really gonna love this. Man, this is very loose. Alright, I'm going to finish that up real quick. This will be the last nest box I can fill inside the big run till that hen gets out of there, out of that other one. Come on now. You guys are making a big mess out of this. I'm gonna put them eggs back in there for now. Left the nest, the egg basket over there. We got very few hens laying eggs in these 3 nest boxes. I'm not sure why. Tell you for sure, the straw is not what I expected. It's really loose and really, really small pieces. I've never cut straw or baled it or had anything to do with it other than buy it, but I'm used to seeing really long pieces, not this powdery stuff. I'm sure some of y'all out there know, well, there's probably a name for this stuff. You know, if there's a name for it, leave me a comment down below. I'd rather have the big, long, stringy straw. Yeah, we got a mess for sure. I'm gonna try to put this one bale up here on this pallet. And I do have this blue barrel that I'll fill up as much as I can with what's left over. Can't even pick it up without it falling apart. Guess y'all can have fun with whatever's left down there. Get this twine off the ground before somebody gets wrapped up in it. Throw it up there for now. Never know when I need a piece of twine. Just need to get that feed out of the back of the truck and get it put in the buckets. think these buckets over here had corn in them, cracked corn. There's still some in this one. And it's empty. I picked up one bag of cracked corn. I don't know if I can get it in those two buckets or not. Might not have enough buckets for everything that I bought. And that bucket's about half full. So I got 3.5 buckets that are empty. I like feeding out of these buckets because I can grab a full bucket or whatever and dump it in the feeders. And one 5-gallon bucket will fill up the big feeder and the small feeder. I may have to go back to using 55-gallon barrels to store it in. That way I can purchase more of it and still have somewhere to store it. I just don't like trying to scoop it out of that 55-gallon barrel. Didn't all fit. I could probably top off one of them feeders with this. We'll worry about that in a little while. I have seen chickens get this string wrapped around their legs. Now, I want to be sure to get it picked up. Somebody didn't put their tools away last time they used them. It was me. I got a real bad habit of not putting stuff back where it belongs. Let's see if we can't get the ladies' first chicken door to work. It's solar powered. There's 3 little solar panels up there. One's for that door. One's for this door that doesn't work correctly. And that other panel is for that light up there. So I have the door set to the auto position. So it does go up and down at, you know, at the time I got it set, not a timer, but at the amount of light I got it set for. Goes up in the morning and back down at night. The problem is it won't close. I can't force it to close by putting it in the closed position. Many weeks ago I grabbed this cord. It looks like phone cord. It looks like the same thing that's on this door. And I did switch this out. I took the switch out of this one, and I moved this one over and installed it. Still did not work. See, this one, you put it to the closed position. I can manually close it right now. It's going down, or you switch it to the open like it is, like I did this then. It'll stay open. It won't ever go down. So there's times you need to do that, but for now I just leave it in the auto position. It takes care of itself, except for this one. So I'm gonna see if I can't replace that phone cable looking cord. See if that'll fix it. Little bitty nut and washer on here. Got that little clip. Okay, it's unclipped. Put that camera right there for now. Oops. Oh, plug this into it. Honestly, the other end is inside the door somewhere. Let's let that down. It's right here. Take that out. Let's just plug this other end in there. Let's see if it does anything. One way is going to be up all the time, and the other way is going to be down. Oh, look at that. I switched it to the left. The motor's running. That door's going down behind this cover. So something's wrong with that cable in there. I might have, you see it running up the side. I might have poked it with something, I don't know. Mouse might have chewed it. I'm just going to get that new one, run it back through the cage and back to the door. Hopefully that'll fix that problem. No fault of the manufacturer. It's probably all self-inflicted. I probably had something to do with that. Get that old one out of there. Get that new one put in there. Come on, Butterfingers. Oops. Alright, I've already stuck the opposite end through the hardware cloth. I'm not gonna run it as neatly as I did the other one. I don't know what I did with the switch. There it is in my pocket. Let's see if we can't get that plugged in. Kind of hard doing this with the camera in one hand. Whoop. Fix this door. So the door has a outer panel of covering. And there's a little hole in there. Comes with a nail to stick in that hole. I've replaced all the nails with the rivet. A little bit bigger to pull out if I need to. Be sure it still works. Flip that switch. Yeah. Take a little bit to go down, but you see it going down. Whoops. Yep, there went that lock washer. We'll put this little nut on there, well, at least we'll try to. Not gonna happen with one hand. Alright, I got that little nut back on there. Let's put that back to the auto position. Door is slowly making its way back up. One thing we have to do is get some zip ties and tie that cord up a little neater. Well, I have all these teenagers in here. I think I want to grab one or two and see if I can't get a leg band on them. Almost every year I put a different color band on the chicks for that year. You guys getting a little nervous. Alright. Got a band in my pocket. They're calling this yellow, but to me it looks more orange. It's a little ring, like a sort of like a keychain. You start it around their leg, twist it around. So for most of the years, I put a colored band, a different colored band on that year's chicks. This year I'm going yellow. Here comes a gray one up the ramp. I just do this mainly so I know what year that I got that chicken, and I know how old it is. We might even talk about all the leg band colors I got on these chickens in a future video. Now this hen right here, I got her last year, so I know she has a white band on her leg. They're all on the bands are all on the left legs. Rooster, he's last year's rooster. He got a white band as well. I thought that I was going to be culling out my chickens when they got 2 or 3, 4 years old, but I just seemed to get attached to them. I got this hen right here. Don't know how close we're going to get to her. That one right there. I call her Nosy Rosie because she's always up in my business. She's the very first hen I purchased. Now she has a yellow leg band on, but it's a clip-on style. She's one of the oldest ones I got. I think there's maybe 3 out here with yellow bands. And I see some with red bands. They're 2 years old. I see greens. They're 3 years old. But we'll possibly talk about that in another video, but not today. Nosy Rosie went in for a bite. Now she's coming back out. Well, I guess that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time here at the Ildu Homestead. Have a good evening, everybody. Poor rooster. All beat up.